Final thought. Tomorrow, Thursday, October 9th, right? If you are a premium or concierge member to BillO'Reilly.com, we will be on the air live at 9 Eastern Time, Josh Hammer and me, taking your questions about confronting evil. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to give you a sample, just so you know what we're getting into here. So Robert from Londonderry, New Hampshire, writes to me, there's so much detailed information, sometimes it's like you are in the room observing the situation. How did you guys get such personal details about each person and those around them? Well, Hammer is the researcher, so I'm going to kick that over to him, but I can tell you, because I know, we don't use secondary sources. That means that most writers, particularly on history, they read other people's books. And then they take notes from those books and then they put them in their books. No, we don't do that. We do primary source, which means we go right to the site. Now, the biggest break we ever got was the internet, because there are letters and eyewitness reports, criminal reports, all of that now posted on the internet. You just have to know how to find it. And Hammer will tell you. All right? So, for example, when we wrote Killing Jesus, there's very, very little written on a history of the Nazarene. It wasn't like their reporters following them around. Spies followed them around. Okay? Roman spies, Pilate, Jewish spies, the temple authorities in Jerusalem. Now, they weren't coordinated because the Romans and the Jews hate each other. But they followed Jesus around because his crowds were so big when he went to speak. Thousands of people. And the spies reported back to Pilate or the Sanhedrin authorities. So when Martin Dugard, who's now out on his own, writing his own books, he went to Israel. And I convinced the Israelis to let us go into the archives and see the original material. That's why Killing Jesus is such a phenomenal book. Not a religious book. That'd give you a little bit of insight. It's like detective work. When you write history from a primary source point of view, you're a detective. You're ferreting out stuff from people who were there who wrote it down. Letters, okay, eyewitness testimony in courts, stuff like that. Anyway, that was a very good question from Richard in New Hampshire. We got tons of them. Thursday, tomorrow, October 9th, 9 Eastern Time. You got to be a concierge or premium member to join us. Another incentive for you to sign up to the best program in the country. Let's face it, the U.S. economy is under stress. National debt rising, trade war shaking the markets. And meanwhile, China is dumping the dollar and stockpiling gold. That's why I protected my savings with physical gold and silver through the only dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. And you can do this. Get precious metals delivered to your door or place in a tax-advantaged gold IRA. They'll even help you roll over your existing IRA or 401k, tax and penalty-free. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star reviews, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust American Hartford Gold as I do. Please call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.